When we think of Norton, we usually picture classic cafe racers, the roar of a rotary engine, or perhaps the ultra-exclusive V4 superbike. But at this year's EICMA show in Milan, the revived British brand made a statement that changes everything. Yes, the headline grabber was undoubtedly the insane 206 horsepower Mankasar superbike. But quietly sitting alongside that monster were two machines that are arguably more important for the company's future. Ladies and gentlemen, meet the 2026 Norton Atlas and Atlas GT. These aren't just retro throwbacks. This is Norton signaling a fresh direction, a move beyond its nostalgic past and straight into the competitive, modern middleweight market. The company unveiled 4 new motorcycles in total, including a naked version of the Manx, but today, we are focusing on the adventurers. Norton calls the new Atlas the British Army knife of motorcycles. That's a bold claim. It implies versatility, ruggedness, and reliability. So let's dive deep into what these bikes are, what makes them tick, and whether this new direction is exactly what Norton needs to survive in 2026. First things first, what exactly are we looking at here? While Norton has been very open with the specs of their superbike, information on the Atlas pair is still a bit limited. But here is what we know for sure. The Atlas and Atlas GT are closely related siblings. Think of them as two sides of the same coin. They share the same core DNA but have different missions. The standard Atlas is the rugged one. It rolls on a 19-inch front and 17-inch rear spoked wheel setup. This is the classic configuration for light off-road use, gravel paths, fire roads, and the occasional trail. It's designed for riders who like a bit of adventure mixed into their everyday commute. Then you have the Atlas GT. This model swaps those spoked hoops for 17-inch cast alloy wheels. This is a clear signal that the GT is built for the tarmac. It's aimed at long-distance comfort, commuting, and touring. If you spend 99% of your time on pavement but want the upright ergonomics of an adventure bike, this is the one for you. Visually, both bikes carry a strong resemblance to classic all-rounders. Some have compared the look to the Honda XL 650V Transalp, balancing simplicity with practicality. It's not an overly aggressive rally raid. Look, it's functional. And while that styling might not appeal to everyone, it certainly helps Norton stand apart from the sharp, insect-like designs of many modern adventure bikes. Now, let's talk about the heart of the beast. Powering both the Atlas and the Atlas GT is a brand new 585cc parallel twin engine. And yes, like almost every other middleweight twin on the market today, it features a 270-degree crankshaft. This firing order mimics the feel and sound of a V-twin, giving the bike a bit more character and better traction delivery than a standard 180-degree parallel twin. Norton hasn't released the exact horsepower or torque figures just yet. However, we can make some educated guesses. If we look at other bikes in this segment, like the QJ Motor SRT 600S, which uses a similar 554cc engine, we are likely looking at around 55 to 60 brake horsepower and 40 pound-feet of torque. Is it going to rip your arms off? No. But that's not the point. This engine size is the sweet spot for new riders, commuters, and people who want a bike that is manageable and unintimidating. It suggests that Norton is targeting the competitive mid-range market, likely challenging bikes from established Asian manufacturers. One of the biggest indicators of where this bike sits in the market comes from the braking hardware. Both the Atlas and Atlas GT are fitted with Bibre brake calipers. For those who don't know, Bibre is Brembo's sub-brand specifically designed for smaller displacement motorcycles, often manufactured in India or Southeast Asia. This is a crucial detail. It points toward a competitive price bracket. Norton isn't slapping top-tier Brembo Stylema calipers on these bikes because they aren't trying to sell them for $20,000. They want these bikes to be accessible. We don't have full suspension specs yet, but we can expect decent travel for the class. Likely non-adjustable or preload only to keep costs down. But again, for a bike designed as a British Army knife, Simple and robust is often better than complex and expensive. Where Norton hasn't cut corners, however, is in the technology department. The Atlas and Atlas GT are absolutely loaded with modern rider aids. Despite being middleweights, they come standard with a suite of electronics that you usually find on much more expensive machines. We are talking about cornering ABS, traction and slide control, hill start assist, wheelie control, and yes, cruise control, a lifesaver for those long highway miles on the GT. But it doesn't stop there. Comfort features like heated grips and a heated seat come as standard. You also get a USB-C port, keyless ignition, and full LED lighting with cornering lights. All of this is managed through a massive 8-inch TFT display. That is huge for this class. It handles all your settings and supports smartphone connectivity through Norton's dedicated app. You get navigation, calls, and media control right on the dash. It's clear that Norton wants to win over buyers by offering a premium experience in an accessible package. Ultimately, the 2026 Norton Atlas represents a bold new chapter. It's a move away from niche luxury and into the mainstream. It's risky, but if the price is right, it could be the bike that puts Norton back on the map for the average rider. What do you think? Is the British Army knife sharp enough to cut into the market? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, ride safe, and I'll see you in the next one.